Biography. Andre Harrell. Andre Harrell, September 26, 1960, May 8, 2020, was the founder of the record label, Uptown Records. Harrell also served as president, CEO of Motown Records. He was the first half of the hip-hop duo Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Harrell is perhaps most known as the man that turned Diddy into a music mogul. Harrell was born in Harlem, New York and grew up in the Bronx, New York. When he was a teenager, Harrell and Alonzo Brown, his high school friend, formed a rap/hip-hop duo named Dr. Jekyll, Harrell, and Mr. Hyde, Brown. The group achieved success with three major hit songs: Genius Rap, Fast Life, and AM/PM. Despite this early success in the music industry, Harrell had other career intentions. He continued to pursue his studies by attending Lehman College in Bronx, where he majored in communications and business management. He wanted to become a newscaster. After 3 years, he dropped out of college and went to work for a local radio station. In 1983, Harrell met Russell Simmons, the founder of Def Jam Records. He went to work for Def Jam and within 2 years became vice president and general manager. After a few years working at Def Jam, Harrell left and founded his own label of Uptown Records. Harrell is credited with having discovered and signing Sean Puffy Combs. In 1988, Mary J. Blige recorded an impromptu cover of Anita Baker's Caught Up in the Rapture at a recording booth in a local mall. Her mother's boyfriend at the time later played the cassette for Jeff Redd, a recording artist and A&R runner for Uptown Records. Redd sent it to Harrell, who met with Blige. In 1989, she was signed to the label, and she became the company's youngest and first female solo artist. In 1988, Harrell was offered a label deal MCA Music Entertainment Group. After he had multiple successful releases, in 1992, MCA offered Harrell a multimedia deal, which involved film and television productions. They developed Fox's hit police drama series, New York Undercover, which aired from 1994–1998. Harrell renamed Uptown Records as Uptown Enterprises, and its records were featured in productions for Universal Pictures and Universal Television. In 1994, Harrell had a son with Wendy Credell, a music attorney. They named him Gianni Credell Harrell. In 1995, Harrell was appointed CEO of Motown Records. After working with world-famous artists, Bradley Theodore, on the branding of his pet project, Harrell hosted Champagne and Bubbles on Sunday nights from 6–9 p.m. on IMS Urban ACWRKS, 98.7 KISS FM/New York. Harrell was the CEO of Harrell Records, which is distributed through Atlantic Records. He partnered with budding Atlanta-based production company L7 Entertainment for the release of their new artists Hamilton Park and Nettlebury Eel. Harrell was the vice chairman of Revolt, Diddy's multi-platform music network. On October 17, 2014, he was instrumental in launching the Revolt Music Conference in Miami, Florida, at the Fontainebleau Hotel. The event was attended by such entertainment figures as Guy Oseary, Russell Simmons, and L.A. Reid. Andre Harrell net worth. Andre Harrell is an American record and film producer and hip-hop artist who has a net worth of $50 million. Andre Harrell was born in Harlem, New York in September 1960. Harrell formed the hip-hop duo Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with his high school friend Quaddy Campbell. The group had 3 hit singles, Genius Rap, Fast Life, and AM/PM. He went to Lehman College to become a newscaster but dropped out. After dropping out, he went to work at a radio station as an account executive. In 1983, Andre met Russell Simmons, who had just founded Def Jam Records. His starting salary was $200 a week, which he ultimately decided to split with Lyor Cohen in order to get him to come on board. Andre rose the ranks and worked for Simmons' company Rush Communications, eventually becoming a vice president and general manager. Uptown Records. Andre left Rush Communications in 1986 to launch his own label, which he called Uptown Records. In 1990, Uptown hired an eager unpaid intern named Sean Combs. Sean, who would later be known as Puff Daddy and then Diddy, would famously travel back and forth between New York City and Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he was a business major. He dropped out after his sophomore year to pursue music full-time at Uptown. Combs soon rose to the position of talent director and A&R rep at Uptown. In this position, Combs developed acts such as Mary J. Blige and Jodeci. Within 2 years at the company, Diddy was a vice president. He was just 22 years old. Diddy was fired from Uptown in 1991 after a charity basketball game ended in tragedy with 9 deaths and dozens of injuries. Diddy would soon launch Bad Boy Records, which would go on to have enormous success with many artists. In the meantime, in 1992, Harrell was offered a multimedia deal by MCA and his company became Uptown Entertainment. Through Uptown Entertainment, Harrell produced several television shows and movies. One of his biggest TV hits was the series New York Undercover, which ran from 1994 to 1998. He soon renamed the label again, this time to Uptown Enterprises. He produced the films Strictly Business and Honey. Harrell became the CEO of Motown Records in 1995. Andre Harrell reunited with Diddy to serve as vice chairman of Revolt, Diddy's multi-platform entertainment network.